So what I'm going to make is an air planter. The idea is to hang this on the wall, put air plants on top of it, and it can be decorative. You can put it wherever you want to make it, or wherever you want to put it. So it has a hole in the back. It's cut out on the top, and it is a closed form. So what I'm going to show you is how to make this closed form. The clay that I'm going to use is 12 ounces of clay. And so once you get it centered, I'm going to center it real quickly, and then I'm going to show you how to pull it out and pull it up, and some theory behind how to make a closed form. So I'm just assuming that you know how to center. I'm not going to go through all of that. I do have a video on throwing a 1 pound pot, and it goes through all of the different centering processes. So once I'm finished centering, I make my little divot in the top, and the clay looks like this. And what I'm going to do next, once I make my divot, is I'm going to push down to make the bottom. I like a fairly thick bottom on these pieces. I feel like they hang better. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to pull it out pretty far. We're going to go right about here. So there's a nice little ring. It's kind of like a pancake. The trick with these guys is to really firm the bottom. So I spent some time going back and forth on the bottom. And then once you get it to the right, once you've done this several times, you wet it, and you bring up the wall, and you start bringing it up. So the very first pull on what you're making is typically straight up, but this pull is a little bit different. You're going to pretend that you're going to throw toward your left shoulder. So you're going to push really toward your left shoulder. You're going to push the clay in and support it on the inside with your fingers. So you make this little volcano or cone piece. That's the very first pull. So the next one, you want to form it. You want to have that nice little pop out on the edge here. You want to have a nice little half moon shape, right? So you push in and you push out on the inside with your finger. And when you get that nice little half moon rounded area there. So the next thing you have to do is you have to take out the excess water. So get your sponge as close as you can together. Don't be afraid of screwing it up, because you're not going to. You take out the excess water that's on the inside. The reason that this is important is because you're going to put a lot of water in here as you're closing it up, and you don't want to have a lot of excess water. So you drop a little finger on your fingertips there. So you're going on the inside. So I've had my finger and it ran down the inside of the pot. So the inside of the pot is nice and slippery now. And it's pretty slippery on the outside also. So my finger, the tip of my finger is riding on the inside right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close it up on the top of that finger. So my right index finger is pressing on the surface of the clay. The left middle finger is supporting on the inside. So we're going to get pretty close. Get off my hands a little bit, drop a few more drops of water in there, and it still needs a little bit more to get all the way to the edge right here. And then you simply just press it up the side of your finger again. So here we are, we're going to be able to close it up. So we're going to come up here, come in, come in, come in. Then we're going to use the slurry that's right here on the end of the finger, right here. And we're going to close it up together, just like that. So once you've got a closed form, the air on the inside of it supports the whole thing. You don't have to worry about it quite as much anymore. So even though there's a little visual bobble here, that's going to go away. It's got nowhere to go besides inside, like a balloon. Maybe you've got one of those long balloons, you twist it up and you make a little dog out of it. That's kind of what this is. It's just clay. So The next trick is to smooth out everything. I've got something. There we go. What is that? I'll take it off. Alright, so obviously I can't get rid of that. I don't know what that is, but we're just going to leave it there. It'll eventually go away. So I'm going to press down on the top of this. Take off all the extra slurry that's on there. I still have this little dome shape at the top. I like to have a flatter piece. And the way you get a flatter piece is by using this edge of the metal rib. The whole length of it. Not all the way up here, but just right in here. So we're going to press in and come in and press down. It's important, try not to go over all the way over the center, because then you pick up some of the clay from the other side. That's not good. But we're going to hide that anyway. So we've got kind of a good, yep. Still got that weird line that's right here, and I don't like it. I'm going to take it off now. There we go. We're going to clean that up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to do a center spiral. So I'm going to put the end point of the spiral. So I like to have a 2-line terminatus end termination. I use this tool. This is what it looks like. It's a Kemper tool. It comes in a pack. You can buy it individually. It's the tool that I use. I use this edge right here, or that corner. And what I do is I start in the center, I place it down, and then I move it out. And you get a really nice crisp spiral going out the center there. Then, while it's still on the wheel, you just want to smooth it out a little bit. The glaze is gonna catch in there, and you're still gonna see all that. But if you take the time to smooth it out now, it saves you minutes when you're finishing everything up. And that is how you make a closed form air planter.